Good morning, students. Today we are discussing the topic that is the circulatory system. The circulatory system. So here the circulatory system. So here what is the circulation? So here we have to know what is the circulation. So here what is the circulation means it is a process of circulation of fluids, circulating of fluids such as circulation of fluids in the body, circulation of fluids in the body is known as circulation, is known as the circulation. So here what are these circulating fluids? The fluids are presenting in the body are the blood, the lymph, and also the extracellular fluids. So these fluids are circulating inside the body of an organism. Then such type of circulation we can call as a circulation of fluids. So we can call this as the circulation. Where here the circulating of fluids are such as blood, lymph, as well as the extracellular fluid which is presenting in the body. So these we can call them as a circulation. And the circulation system, the system means here it is comprises of the circulatory system comprises of the heart. It comprises the circulatory system will consisting of the heart which is a pumping organ, and it consists of heart, a pumping organ, and a blood, the circulating fluid, the circulating fluid, and a third one that is a blood vessels. So here these vessels means these are the vessels which carries the vessels are tubes. We can write here tubes which carries the blood which carries the blood from heart towards which carries the blood towards the heart, and also away from the heart, So such type of tubes which carries the blood towards the heart and also away from the heart. So such type of vessels we can call as the blood vessels, where here it consists of the blood, the circulating fluid. That blood is carried by the blood vessels, where that carries towards the heart or away from the heart, and also the heart which is the pumping organ which circulates the blood through the blood vessels. Here that's blood is circulating to different parts of the body, so that here the heart is we can call as the pumping organ, where here it consisting of the circulatory system. So in the circular system it comprises of the three parts. One is blood vessels and the heart, where these are helpful for the circulating the fluid inside the body, where from different parts of the body, that means from different parts of the body, and also from different parts it carries towards the heart, and that blood is purified in the heart. The blood pumped to different parts of the body. Again the blood is purified in the lungs, in the lungs. Again that blood is pumped into the heart, where that is carried to away from the heart oxygenated blood as well as the deoxygenated blood that is pumped to different parts of the body, that will be taken place by the circulatory system. So here in this circulatory system will consisting of will having the circulatory system, where that is consisting blood vessels and the heart, which comprising of the circulatory system. That means it is a connection of various types of the parts. So such type of system we can call as the circulatory system. So in this how we can going into this, that means how this circulatory system is helpful for. So now coming to the first one, that is a blood. So here there are two type of the circulatory systems are presenting in our body. That means here what are the types of the circulatory system, that is how the circulation is taken place. There are two type of circulations are presenting. So here there are two type of the circulations. One is we can call as the closed type of the circulatory system, a closed type of a circulatory system, and the second one is the open type of the a circulatory system. One is open type and second one is the closed type. So what is the open type here? The closed type of circulatory system as well as the open type of the circulatory system. So here what is the closed type of circulatory system is, that is the blood is transported. The blood is transported through the blood vessels, then such type of system, that means the blood is carried or transported to different parts of the body by the blood vessels. Through the blood vessels the blood is transporting, then such type of system we can call as the closed type of a circulatory system. So here that closed type of circulatory system can be seen in the example. We can see in the annelidans, and also we can see annelidans, cephalopods, and also all chordates. We can able to see the closed type of a circulatory system. That means the blood is carried, that blood is transported to different parts of the body in the form of the blood vessel. That means the blood vessel carries the blood to different parts of the body. So such type of circulatory system we can call as a closed type of circulatory system. Example, annelidans, cephalopods and arthropoda, that is all chordates. That is cephalopods means here we can see the molluscans in these cephalopods. Next, second one, the open type of circulatory system. If blood is transported directly to the body parts. Here, the second one is blood is transported. The blood is transported. The blood is transported directly to the body parts. Body parts are sinuses. Then such type of that means here there is no blood vessels. Here blood vessels, the blood vessels are absent. The blood vessels are absenting. So here what happens, directly the blood is passes through the body parts or the sinuses. Then such type of circulatory system we can call as the open type of the circulatory system. Where here we can see this open type of circulatory system we can see in leeches, arthropoda, and also the molluscans except the cephalopods. So here except cephalopods, in all this will having the open type of a circulatory system is presenting, where the blood is passes directly to the blood sinuses or directly to the body parts. The blood is transporting. This type of process we can call as the open type of the circulatory system. And also here need of a circulatory system. Why we have to need the circulatory system? So here what is the need of the circulatory system? Need of circulatory system. Why the circulatory system is needed? Why it is needed means first one here the digested food materials. In the digested the food materials, the digested food materials that are transported to different parts of the body. Here what is the food is digested, that food absorbed, that food is digested, that absorbed food is transported through the blood only, that is transported to different parts of the body. That means through the blood that is circulating, the food is circulating through the blood, the food is circulating to different parts of the body, that is transporting. So that is needed. And also here it takes the oxygen, the respiratory system. Here for the respiration, here oxygen for the respiration, oxygen is taken place, oxygen is carried to different parts of the body, and again the carbon dioxide is drawn outside, drawn. Again the carbon dioxide is run outside to the atmosphere, to the environment. So here oxygen should be carried. That oxygen is carried through the blood. The blood will oxygen. The blood consisting of a hemoglobin is presenting. That hemoglobin will binds with oxygen and transport the blood to different parts of the body in the form of oxygenated blood. Again, from different parts of the body, that is carried through the lungs, that is carbon dioxide will carry, drawn outside, and through that is carried to the lungs, from the lungs that is exceeded and exit outside to the environment, that will be taken place by the circulatory system only. Next, if you see in the excretory products, also here excretion is taken place. The excretory products which are present in the body, that are taken out by the that are carried by the blood and excreted outside and excreted outside from the body. That means they excreted outside from the body. That is from the blood. That means the waste materials which are present in different parts, that are carried to the kidneys. Through the kidneys, that is excreted outside by the an excretory system. It is taken place, and also not only this one, here it helpful for the carrying of the hormones. Hormones are transported by the blood and stimulate the hormones which are present in the stimulate the hormones which are present in the body. So here the hormones are transported. That means they are secreted from one regions. That secreted one regions, that is here pituitary gland will secrete the hormones. That hormones are carried through the blood, that are transported through the blood. They reach to the target organs and stimulates the hormones and stimulate the tissue. That means the hormones are stimulated by specific organs, and the function will be taken place through the circulatory system only, that will be taken place. So that here a circulatory system is very important to need. It is very need for our body. Why means here not only digested food materials, not only oxygen, not only carbon dioxide, not only excretory products, not only hormones. Here it performs the various functions which are present in our body, that will be taken place. That is taken place by the blood, that is by the circulatory system only. These materials are transported to different parts of the body. But again, from different parts they are carried to different organs and excreted outside and are utilized. Some are utilized for the body cells. Our body organs are utilized, that and some will be existed outside and also they helpful for the stimulating the specific organs are stimulated for the by the circulatory system. So that here the circulatory system is very an essential or need for our body to stimulate or to absorb or get food materials or excrete the waste, to eliminate the waste materials. Such will be taken place by the circulatory system only. So that it is very need for our body, that is the circulatory system is very needing in our body. Now coming to this, in the circulatory system, here the circulatory system, next here circulatory system. So here the circulatory system comprises, already we studied, that is the first one is the blood, the second one is the blood vessels, and the third one is the pumping organ, that is the heart, the pumping organ. These are the three components, these are the three components which are presenting in the circulatory system. These are the three components, these are the three components which are presenting in the circulatory system, that is the blood vessels as well as the heart. Now here the blood, what is a blood? Here we will discuss what is a blood, later we will discuss the blood vessels, and lastly the heart. Now coming to the blood, here what is a blood means? Here the blood, what is the blood means? Here we can call as it is a fluid, a connective tissue. It is a fluid, a connective tissue. It is a fluid connective tissue. What is means? It is a jelly-like substance which transport, it connects, in the name only indicating fluid. Connective means it is a type of a connective tissues which is present in our body, where this fluid we can call as, that blood we can call as a fluid connective tissue which transport the different parts of the, that means it connects the different parts of the body, and so that we can call as a fluid connective tissue. And this blood which is presenting, it is obtaining from the mesoderm of the germ layers. It is produced from the mesoderm, of germ layers. This is forming, where here it is a fluid, a connective tissues, and also here it is the blood which is presenting. Here the blood we can use the word as the red river of the body. Here we can use the word as the red river, river of the life, or otherwise the red river of a life. It is called as the red river of a life. I means for life it is very an essential component in the living organisms. The blood is very an essential component, where here we can use the word as a red river of the alive. That means it is a red color which is present in our body, and it is very essential for our body also. Without blood we cannot able to survival. So here it is called as the red river of the life also. And also here the blood which is presenting here, the blood will consist of the two components. Here the blood will consisting of the two components. One is called as the plasma. The first one is called as a plasma, and the second one is called as the formed cells. The second one is called as the formed cells. So here these are the two types of the components which is presenting in the blood. One is called as the plasma, and the second one is called as the formed elements. So here what is the plasma means? It is a strawish fluid present, a strawish like fluid. It is a strawish. It is a straw colored fluid present in the blood, that is called as the plasma. So here the plasma will occupies the 55% of the blood. The 55% of the blood is occupied by the plasma, where this plasma will consist of the plasma. The plasma consists of organic and also inorganic substances. It consists of organic and inorganic substances are presenting. That inorganic substances are inorganic substances are sodium, potassium, calcium, sodium, potassium, calcium, bicarbonate, so etc. etc. are presenting. So here sodium, potassium, calcium, bicarbonate, the magnesium, calcium, all these are presenting in the form of inorganic substances, and also it consists of inorganic substances. The organic substances are in the form of the amino acids, the glucose, the fatty acids, and also it contains some amount of urea, and also it will consist of proteins. Such proteins are that is called as albumin, serums, albumins, globulins, fibrinogen, and serum albumins, serum globulins. These are the presenting where they are present of proteins which are presenting in the form of the plasma. These consisting and also consist a small amount of urea along with organic substances like amino acids, glucose, fatty acids, and proteins like albumins, globulins, serum albumins, fibrinogens. These are presenting and a small amount of urea also presenting in the plasma. So it is occupied, it is a striation color, where here it is an acidic, it is alcohol in nature. It is an alcohol in nature, and occupies the 55% of the blood will occupies by the plasma only. It occupies 55% occupied by the plasma only. Next, here the formed cells or formed elements. Here the blood will occupy in these formed elements. In these formed elements, here there are three types of it is in the blood. In blood, the formed elements in the blood, the formed elements are occupies the 45% will occupies the formed elements, and also there are three types of formed elements. Three types. The three types of the formed elements or formed cells are presenting. So one we can call as an RBC cells, or otherwise we can call them as the erythrocytes or RBC cells, and second one is called as a WBS, or otherwise you can call them as the leukocytes, and the third one we can call as the red blood, that is third one is blood platelets, the blood platelets, or otherwise you can call them as the thrombocytes. So here these are the three types of the formed cells. What are that means? One is RBC, red blood corpuscles, or otherwise you can call them as the erythrocytes, and a WBC, that is white blood corpuscles, or otherwise you can call that as leukocytes, and the third one the blood platelets, where they are called as otherwise they are called as thrombocytes. So these are the three types of the formed cells which are present in the blood, where here the blood is differentiated into two types. One is plasma and the formed elements. The plasma will occupy 55%, and the formed elements will occupy the 45%, where it is differentiated into three types: red blood cells, white blood cells, and also the blood platelets. So what are that? These that is blood platelets, RBC, WBC, and blood platelets that will be discussed in the next class.